So here at the home office, doing some last minute, I would say archival work until I will be off for a few days. My wife and I are expecting baby number 3. But what's so wild is I don't think I've ever had more fun jumping into just some of the craziest cars we've ever had. We had, as you guys know, Ford Shelby Cobra concept. The codes, so many unique cars. We've got an incredible Lamborghini LM002, probably the best example in the world. I've never seen another example like it. And in that process, we're chasing so many pieces. I think I posted this car recently on my personal Instagram. I've been dreaming about this car for years. It was recently discovered, and it's sort of this crazy story. As I started doing research, I fell even more in love with this car. And unfortunately, we lost the car. But fortunately, one of our clients ended up buying it out of a package of cars. He does some GT racing, ends up another gentleman, great guy out of Europe, ended up discovering the car with someone in Japan. And I don't think people even realize how significant this car is. Now, we didn't have the opportunity to buy it, but we will have the opportunity to restore it and actually bring it to Italy, have the car restored, certify the car. And this is essentially the Lamborghini Diablo GT Yota. So this would have been the first Lamborghini Diablo with the famous Yota kit, originally inspired from a Japanese VIP. There were 3 cars produced for Mr. Noritake, a very important person from the Lamborghini world in Japan. Here you can see one of the early Yota prototypes, the road cars. But essentially P01 was this yellow car, which GT Spirit has made an incredible model of, almost identical, based on an 12996, an SE30, a leftover SE30 chassis, and then basically built for the Japanese GT racing series for Mr. Noritake. Now, 2 other cars were built, and in factory records, it actually talks about the cars as sport. But if you look at some old factory documents, the factory refers to the car as P01 Diablo Yota GT, or Diablo GT Yota. In some ways, this would have been the first full factory race car built by Lamborghini. It was used for press. There was press releases about the car. As you could see, it was featured in the 1995 Lamborghini yearbook. This was a one-off, but the other 2 cars were sort of like a street-ish version. They had headlights. They had some other features. These were very special cars, but the race car was a one-off. And then this car raced in Japan. There's some great period photos. We actually recently got in touch with the original PR director for the program, which is super cool. We're doing all this research. We're putting all this together. And in this package of cars, I was able to end up buying one of the cars, and that car, I will show you, we found out by pure accident, is this actual car. So one of the very famous Lamborghini Countach posters. It was used in a couple different posters. These posters actually come from an incredible gentleman up north. We'll put a link to his eBay store. He found a ton of old posters for me. That's awesome. Jeff Zwart took this LP400S low body. And let me just, here we go. Aha. And this is probably one of the more famous posters. There's the car. And the wild part was at the bottom of this poster, John Hooper was helping me do some research. And then we found the name Donna Liebrich, PhD. And then if you look at the old title of this car, there's some great photos behind the scenes and different things. And the old title is in Donna's name. So really sort of cool. It's going to be a massive project for somebody, but a 5000S black with red. And it's cool just to find these pieces of history. That project will be coming in, and then I believe, okay, another incredible piece from our friend who is a nut like me. This car we found as well, we've identified. You can actually tell, so this is a factory fuel injection 5000S car. And I could bore you guys with details. We'll talk about it at a later point, but I believe we found this car as well, a complete project. But again, it's about sort of saving these cars. And then there's other cars we don't have to save. Another car I'll show you guys here that I'm so excited about. We recently purchased this, and this is, to me, one of the best F50s in the world. This is the first F50 that was ever delivered to Japan. It was built for the Matsuda collection. You know about the Matsuda collection. At one point, it was probably the most important Ferrari collections in the world. This F50 at one point lived with 3 250 GTOs, and was built as one of the original 31 Giallo Morena cars. And this car is just, I mean, it's got its luggage, it's got its keychains that you never see. It basically has all the accessories, Classique, original paint. Here's the warranty card to the Matsuda collection. So just so cool. And just a piece of Ferrari history. That's incoming. We've had a ton of shipping issues with getting some of the cars out of Japan. We also purchased an incredible orange Diablo GT. That will eventually be coming over here as well. But right now, shipping out of Japan has been a nightmare. It could take as much as a month, 2 months to get cars here. So right now, we're just chasing some incredible pieces of history. This is a dream come true. Unfortunately, maybe one day this owner will sell it to us. But this is just to be part of this restoration, this history, the Matsuda F50, these interesting Countachs is super exciting. And we're just chasing so much. I'm having fun, I guess you guys could tell. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe.
I was gonna ask, are the other 2 Yoda like prototype cars?
They still exist.